Hey everyone, so this is Chris Tran with the Q&A questions. So I've picked out a few questions and we're going to go through them. I've picked out 4 questions. So first question is from Ethan Bibblebon. I think your name is actually Ethan Littlejohn from California. And he asks, Chris Tran, what made you choose angstrom as the name of the branch of the company? What makes that unit of measurement special to you? So the story of angstrom actually goes all the way back to grad school. So my PhD advisor is a man I really, really respect, and he was giving a lecture about how the tiny, tiny measurement of just a few angstroms inside a protein in the body can mean the difference between life and death. And my advisor was incredibly kind to me, and I owed him a lot. So I decided to name the branch in memory of that lecture. That very, very tiny, tiny difference of 1 angstrom could mean the difference of life and death in a human body. So that's why I named it angstrom research. So the next question comes from Joshua Costello. He asks, Chris Tran, you said in the Dilsoni podcast that you regret learning full Zeebee. What do you think were your advantages in learning full Zeebee? So I can't remember the exact context, but it was probably because I didn't have the best algs at the time. So when I was doing Zeebee, it was very limited, and I had to come up with the algs myself. And looking at modern algs, it seems like I wasted a whole bunch of my time learning these algs because the modern algs are just so much better. And the biggest disadvantage is there's just not enough time, there's not enough hours in the day to learn all of these algs. But some people, if they were to learn like the modern algs, it wouldn't take that long and they would be pretty good at it. There are a few people who already do this. Max is learning some ZBLLs. It was definitely a fun process, don't get me wrong. ZBLL was a fun journey. Timothy Na asks, Chris Tran, as a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? So I actually had a dumb little dream when I was first starting cubing, like the first 2 years. I actually wanted to be a professional cuber. And I don't know if that counts as a kid, but now I'm 26 in my late 20s. To me, that seems like a kid moment, and it became true. So never stop chasing your dreams, kids. And the last question from Luis Darling. For Chris Chan, what was the idea of putting the logo on the red side of the angstrom research cubes? So originally the engravings were done with a laser, and the way laser engravings work is they ablate the surface of the plastic and they evaporate the plastic really quickly. In practice, it does a lot more melting than actual ablation, but the fluorescent shades, for example, I have a cube here, fluorescent yellow and fluorescent green and orange, they actually heat up and make scorch marks. They turn black and icky. White reflects all colors, so white's too reflective. That leaves only blue and red, but certain shades of blue will actually burn, so that only leaves red. So that's why the angstrom research logo is on the red side. So to conclude, I think of all the questions, I pick Ethan Bibblebon, unless I'm pretty sure your real name is Ethan Littlejohn. But I picked your question because it reminded me of really pleasant memories of grad school, and the whole story behind the angstrom thing is something I'm not sure if everyone knows. And it's an important fact of life that even the tiny, tiny, tiny differences in distance can mean the difference between life and death. So you win the prize, Ethan. So that about ends it. Thank y'all for watching and see y'all in the next video.